All right, we're gonna head on back to NYC and welcome back Bert Lee.
Hey there,
You
it's
there?
me, the same old usual me. Let me see if I can center up in the screen a little bit here. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
There, now I'm looking right at you. Thank you, John, for continually inviting me back to this event. It's been so much fun. I guess it's like my second year of doing this, if not more, and it's great. It's just wonderful. QuaranPalooza there just has such a beautiful voice and great stuff. I'm going to do I'm a songwriter, so I'm just going to do my own songs. But I'm going to try to do newer songs, and this is the most recent song I ever wrote. And people say you don't write enough positive songs, so that's what this song was all about. Steady on, my captain, steady on, dear passengers and mates. The old world is behind us, ahead of us a better one awaits. No matter how rough the waters or how hard the storm wind blows, we are sailing to tomorrow. Hold on steady as she goes. Our compass it is broken. We'll have to get our bearings from the stars. Our maps are torn and faded, but at least we know just where the dragons are. We are praying for the morning when the hurricane subsides into a breeze, and a kind wind fills the mainsails and pretty dolphins dance across the seas. Oh, hold on, steady as she goes. Oh, hold on, steady as she goes. We are worn but hopeful refugees, weary from the arguments and wars. We have sailed 1,000 leagues now, we may sail 1,000 more. So somewhere there's an island, a paradise with rolling hills of green, where rivers run down the mountains, flowing fresh and cool and clean. Whoa, hold on, steady as she goes. Hold on, steady as she goes. Steady on, my captain, steady on, dear passengers and mates. The old world is behind us, ahead of us a better one awaits. No matter how rough the waters or how hard the storm wind blows, we are sailing for Elysium. Hold on steady as she goes. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed that. Steady as she goes. Uh, this is uh, this is a tune about plastic bag. song goes back about 3 years. The plastic bag will go on for another 1,000. Plastic bag blows down the street, gets tangled in a tree. Chances are another breeze will come to break it free and blow it down the alley through the back lots to the beach, where a child may try to catch it, but it sails right past her reach. It floats out on the ocean, it settles on the tide, and a passing whale may swallow it and it gets lodged inside. Run, Jenny, run, come look what's washed up on the sands. Come and see the gentle giant that's been slain by unknown hands. It's not your fault and it's not mine. It didn't happen by design. It makes us sad, it makes no sense. It's only unintended consequence. An old man has a cardboard shack in a weed-choked vacant lot. He's long since quit regretting all the things he hasn't got. He seeks no help from strangers and he lives as best he can. And the people say he's homeless, I say he's just a man. He comes down to my street and lays a blanket on the ground, and he makes a meager livelihood from some things that he has found. He might accept a quarter, but he'll settle for a dime, till the police come and stop him, 'cause they say that that's a crime. It's not your fault and it's not mine. It didn't happen by design. It makes us sad, it makes no sense. It's only unintended consequence. Well, the hills have caught on fire since the summer brought us drought. The rangers fight it day and night, but they can't put it out. Why, the people here are used to it, it happens every year. When a thing becomes familiar, we lose all sense of fear. The weather lady says that there's not much chance for rain. The scientists predicted this and the Christians all are praying. But as for me, I'll find a quiet hill to watch it from, to practice my acceptance of the things that surely come. It's not my fault and it's not yours. Sometimes it's parched, sometimes it pours. There's no blame here to dispense. There's only unintended consequence. It's not their fault and it's not ours. We'll shift the blame to higher powers. Let's just say it was a long chain of events that led to unintended consequence. And that's an unintended consequence. Thank you. Thank you so much. This tune is it's a sing along. So if you catch on to where what the refrain is, you can sing along and just bust out and sing it so we can hear it all across the land. Um, exactly. And this tune is called "The Money Isn't Real," and the refrain is very simple to learn. It goes, "The money isn't real." Can't get simpler than that. And here's the tune. My grandpa was a grifter, a gambler and a heel. He snuck around from town to town and dealt a dirty deal. He went out in the wild world to steal what he could steal. You know he stole a fortune, but the money wasn't real. No, the money wasn't real. Funny how it was, you know now, the money wasn't real. He set out as a bandit, he came back empty-handed. He should have been a rich man, but the money wasn't real. Now the Pharaoh was a miser, his story has been told. He had 10,000 workers build a pyramid to hold all his statues and his trappings and his caskets and his gold. He wanted to have everything, but all he got was old, 'cause none of it was real. Funny how it is, you know now, none of it was real. His monument so grand just got covered up by sand, and now he's just another mummy man, 'cause none of it was real. Now a poor man buys a loaf of bread and he shares it and it's gone. A rich man wrecks his portion, yet his wealth keeps rolling on. And the good things that you've said and done are nothing you can pawn. 'Cause when you're in the underclass, you're always overdrawn, 'cause the money isn't real. Let me hear you. Funny how it is, you know now, the money isn't real. You can follow all the rules made by idiots for fools, and you think you'll get your just reward, but you won't. You won't pick up a penny, you might spare a dime. A dollar buys a pretty meager way to waste your time. A C-note gets you groceries and a grand might buy a thrill. You might rake in a shitload and still not get your fill. Hey, I live in America, a country built on greed, and I suppose that's not a bad thing if you just take what you need. But it seems everyone's afflicted by a hunger to exceed. Why should one man have a billion when there's a million mouths to feed? Because the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now, the money isn't real. You can burn it, you can earn it, but in the end you'll learn that it all amounts to nothing. This is the part where I talk. Now I bought me some insurance in case I pass away. I've heard that can happen, and who am I to say? I might live forever, but then they'd never have to pay. Shit, who would be the loser then if it all turned out that way? 'Cause the money isn't real. Funny how it is, you know now, the money isn't real. You can spend it, you can lend it, you'll find that in the end it all amounts to nothing. It's funny how it all amounts to nothing. So funny how it all amounts to nothing, 'cause the money isn't. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't usually explain the songs I'm about to sing, but this deserves a moment of explanation. Back in the day, when I was a hippie, like I somehow quit doing that, I lived in the East Village, which I did quit doing because I couldn't afford it anymore. All my friends would gather on a Saturday afternoon at the house of another friend And we would sit around rapping and talking and sampling, shall we say, fine herbs. And once we had sampled a sufficient quantity of fine herbs to have worked up a good appetite, and depending on our state of mind, we would either get on our bikes and go downtown to Chinatown or take a taxi. And we would eat in our favorite Chinese restaurant, which was Wo Hop. And then we'd walk down the street and go to the Bowery Cinema, where we would catch all day long, just like QuaranPalooza does this epic thing here. They had this epic all day long Chinese martial arts movies. And they had things as grandiose as Yojimbo and The Throne of Blood, Kurosawa. And those were wonderful. I loved them. But most of the movies I really liked were really cheesy. And they were mostly made by a fellow by the name of Run Run Shaw. And I always wanted to write an homage to Run Run Shaw. So this is my homage to Run Run Shaw. And appropriately enough, it is called Run Run Shaw. I'm so predictable. In a sleepy little village, just west of old Peiping, a band of thieves came riding down, left by Camp Bandit King. When the sheriff tried to stop them, they relieved him of his life. And now they're gambling in the tea house and they're spoiling for a fight. Send for the soldiers, send for the warriors, send for the man they call the Dragon Sword. Those dirty, rotten highwaymen deserve a taste of hell. They've terrorized the villagers and they've pissed into the well. Next day down the highway comes a stranger with a staff. He is guzzling from a wine jug. He throws out a hearty laugh. He walks into the tea house where he buys a plate of beans and takes a table in the corner where he sizes up the scene. Oh, but those bandits, they don't like him. They come and gather round, and the next thing you know, there's a fist fight going down. Someone throws a dagger that he catches in a teacup. With his martial arts like lightning, those bad boys, they can't keep up. Run, run, Shaw, mister, it's all right. It's not your fault that the kids all want to fight. Someone breaks the law, someone's got to make it right. Oh, it's all about the heroes. Oh, run, run, Shaw. Someone comes down from the balcony, it's little sister with a fan. Come down to jump into the fray, she fights just like a man. With her hands as swift as butterflies, she knows just how to use them. If those bandits want to risk their lives, they're surely gonna lose them. So now they're jumping over furniture and they're busting through the walls and they're running down the alley now with the devil at their heels. And when the dust is settled, it's just anybody's guess who'll pay for all these dishes, who will clean up all this mess. Run, run, Shaw, mister, it's all right. It's not your fault that the kids all want to fight. Someone breaks the law and someone's got to make it right. It's all about the heroes. Run, run, Shaw. That evening in the moonlight beside a misty lake, the stranger and the maiden in a friendly duel partake. He with his drunken monkey, she with her throwing stars. They fight defying gravity, the tenderest wars. Feel martial arts are pretty good, she tells him with a snort. And if that seems a bit dismissive, well, it's only meant in sport. And they lie down in the meadow while the moon is going down. Come morning, he has left her, gone to save another town. Run, run, Shaw, mister, it's all right. It's not your fault that the kids all want to fight. Someone breaks the law, someone's got to make it right. Oh, it's all about the heroes. Run, run, it's an Eastern Western, sort of a chop suey Western. How am I doing on time, Mr. Ryback?
Do one more.
One more? Okay. Then I choose to do. Okay. From the lighthearted to the more serious. Brother Sun and Sister Moon. It was on a Tuesday morning. Kids were playing on the floor when the shot rang down the hall. Teacher tried to lock the door. Silence all your laughter now. Your Frere Jacques around. Hide beneath your desks and chairs. Hush now, make no sound. Like the errant hand of wind that steals a child's balloon, another shot rings out so near, too quickly and too soon. A man-child with a warrior's gun has come into the room, come to gather flowers before they have a chance to bloom. She was only 8 years old, never will be 9. She was just a child of yours, or else a child of mine. Leave your flowers at the door, red rose and columbine. She was just a child of yours, or else a child of mine. She'll never know the names of clouds that come and go too soon, or the reason there are rainbows, brother sun and sister moon. Behold the mighty bureaucrats who hide behind their desks. Hear their solemn platitudes behind their solemn masks. Ah, but all they have to offer us are these empty thoughts and prayers. She was just a child of ours and not a child of theirs. They can't recall the magic years that come and go too soon, or the reason there are children, brother sun and sister moon. Leave your flowers at the door, black rose and columbine. She was just a child of yours, or else a child of mine. Leave your flowers at the door, how empty they all seem. Just remember how we sang that life is but a dream. Thank you. Thank you so much, John. God bless you all for doing this wonderful thing every month that I'm such a happy man to be a part of, and I hope that someday we all meet in some real room, in some real space, and sit down and sample fine herbs and play guitar and sing and do all the good wacky stuff that we're supposed to do on this planet. I love you all.
Thank you, Bert. Great set.
Thanks, Bert. That was great.